The year is 1565. The sun beats down on the shimmering blue waters of the Mediterranean Sea. A small island stands defiant, caught in the crosshairs of empires clashing. This is Malta, a bastion of Christianity facing the full might of the Ottoman Empire. The fate of the Mediterranean hangs in the balance. This is the story of the Great Siege of Malta, a tale of courage, sacrifice, and the unwavering spirit of a small island facing insurmountable odds. The Siege of Malta was more than just a battle for territory. It was a clash of civilizations, a struggle for the soul of Europe. The Ottoman Empire, under the leadership of Sultan Suleiman the Magnificent, sought to expand its dominion westward. The Knights of St. John, also known as the Knights Hospitaller, stood as the first line of defense for Christian Europe. The outcome of this epic confrontation would have far-reaching consequences. It would shape the destiny of the Mediterranean for centuries to come. The stage was set for one of the most dramatic sieges in history. To understand the siege, we must first delve into the world of the 16th century. The Ottoman Empire, a rising power in the east, cast a long shadow over the Mediterranean. Led by ambitious sultans, the Ottomans had conquered vast swaths of land, from North Africa to the gates of Vienna. Their formidable armies and powerful navy posed a constant threat to Christian Europe. Suleiman the Magnificent, known for his military prowess and administrative brilliance, was determined to expand his empire further. He saw the strategic importance of Malta, a stepping stone to controlling the central Mediterranean and threatening the heart of Italy. The island's capture would be a major victory for the Ottomans, solidifying their dominance in the region. The Knights of St. John, exiled from their previous stronghold in Rhodes, had been granted Malta by the Holy Roman Emperor Charles V. They knew that an Ottoman attack was inevitable. They prepared their defenses, strengthening the island's fortifications and awaiting the inevitable onslaught. The Knights of St. John were no ordinary soldiers. They were a unique order, a brotherhood of warrior monks bound by vows of poverty, chastity, and obedience. Their original mission was to care for sick pilgrims in the Holy Land. Over time, they evolved into a formidable military force, defending Christendom against the rise of Islam. Led by their Grand Master, Jean Parisot de Valette, the Knights were a multinational force. They hailed from all over Europe, united by their faith and their determination to defend Christendom. They were skilled swordsmen, expert horsemen, and masters of artillery. They were also renowned for their unwavering courage and their willingness to fight to the death. The Knights knew that the fate of Malta rested on their shoulders. They were outnumbered and outgunned, but they were determined to fight for every inch of their island fortress. They were prepared to make the ultimate sacrifice to defend their faith and their way of life. In May of 1565, the horizon was filled with the sails of the Ottoman fleet. It was a sight that sent shivers down the spines of even the bravest defenders. Commanded by Piali Pasha and Lala Kara Mustafa Pasha, the Ottoman armada was formidable. Thousands of soldiers with artillery prepared to storm the island. The Ottomans brought the full might of their military technology. Their numbers were overwhelming, a tide of warriors determined to plant the Ottoman flag on Maltese soil. The defenders, outnumbered, faced a daunting task but were determined to resist. They had faith, strong fortifications, and a burning desire to protect their island home. Section 5. Fortresses of Stone and Will, the Defence of Malta. The Knights had not been idle in the years leading up to the siege. They had transformed Malta into a fortress, a seemingly impregnable bastion designed to withstand even the fiercest attacks. The island's natural harbors were fortified with massive walls and formidable gun emplacements. The Knights, under the guidance of their military engineers, had created a defensive masterpiece. Two key fortifications stood as symbols of Maltese resistance: Fort St. Elmo and Fort St. Angelo. Fort St. Elmo, guarding the entrance to the Grand Harbor, was the first line of defense. Fort St. Angelo, located across the harbor on the tip of the peninsula, served as the Knights' headquarters and the island's final stronghold. The fortifications were not just about stone and mortar. They were a testament to the Knights' determination and ingenuity. They were designed to maximize the defenders' firepower while minimizing their exposure to enemy fire. The Knights were masters of defensive warfare, using every advantage the terrain offered to repel the invaders. Section 6. The siege begins. A clash of civilizations. The Ottoman siege began in earnest in June 1565. The first target was Fort St. Elmo, a strategically vital point that controlled access to the Grand Harbor. The Ottomans unleashed a furious bombardment, raining down a torrent of cannon fire on the fort's walls. The defenders, vastly outnumbered, fought back with fierce determination. The knights, armed with muskets, cannons, and their unwavering courage, repelled wave after wave of Ottoman assaults. They fought hand to hand in the breaches, their swords clashing against Ottoman scimitars. The fighting was brutal, a desperate struggle for survival against overwhelming odds. Despite their valiant defense, the knights at Fort St. Elmo knew that their situation was hopeless. They had inflicted heavy losses on the Ottomans, but their numbers were dwindling. After a month of relentless bombardment and fierce fighting, Fort St. Elmo fell to the Ottomans. Section 7. A desperate struggle, holding the line. The fall of Fort St. Elmo was a blow to the defenders, but it did not break their spirit. Grandmaster Valette rallied his remaining forces, determined to hold on to the remaining fortifications. The Ottomans, emboldened by their victory at St. Elmo, turned their attention to Fort St. Angelo and the fortified city of Birgu, where the remaining defenders were concentrated. The Ottomans launched a series of assaults against Fort St. Angelo and Birgu, but the knights held firm. They used their cannons to devastating effect, repelling Ottoman attacks and inflicting heavy casualties. The defenders fought with incredible tenacity, inspired by their Grandmaster's leadership and their unwavering faith. The siege dragged on throughout the sweltering summer months. The defenders endured constant bombardment, food shortages, and the ever-present threat of disease, yet they refused to surrender. They knew that the fate of Malta, and perhaps even Christendom, rested on their shoulders. Section 8. The Great Siege, a turning point in history. As summer turned to autumn, the tide of the battle began to turn. The Ottomans, frustrated by their inability to capture the remaining Maltese fortifications, grew weary. Their ranks were depleted by casualties, disease, and desertion. The defenders, reinforced by a small contingent of Spanish troops, launched a series of counterattacks, inflicting further losses on the demoralized Ottomans. On September 8, 1565, the Ottoman forces, battered and defeated, finally abandoned their siege and retreated from Malta. The Great Siege was over. The knights, against all odds, had emerged victorious. They had defended their island fortress and dealt a crushing blow to the Ottoman Empire. The victory at Malta was a turning point in the history of the Mediterranean. It marked the beginning of the decline of Ottoman naval power in the region. It also solidified the knights' reputation as valiant defenders of Christendom, earning them the respect and admiration of the Christian world. Section 9. Legacy of the Knights, an enduring symbol of resistance. The victory at the Great Siege of Malta secured the Knights' place in history as one of the most formidable military orders of all time. Their heroic defense of the island became legendary, a testament to the power of courage, determination, and faith in the face of overwhelming odds. The Knights remained in Malta for centuries, continuing to strengthen the island's defenses and serve as a bulwark against Ottoman expansion. They built a new city, Valette, named after their Grand Master, which became a flourishing center of culture and commerce. The legacy of the Knights of Malta extends far beyond the island's shores. They left behind a legacy of chivalry, courage, and unwavering dedication to their ideals. Their story continues to inspire, reminding us that even the smallest of forces can overcome seemingly insurmountable challenges with determination and unwavering spirit. Section 10. Malta's Unbreakable Spirit. The Great Siege of Malta is more than just a historical event for the Maltese people. It is a defining moment in their national identity, a testament to their resilience and their unwavering spirit. The memory of the siege is deeply ingrained in Maltese culture, celebrated in art, literature, and folklore. The fortifications that once protected the island from Ottoman invaders now stand as UNESCO World Heritage Sites, drawing visitors from around the world. The story of the siege continues to captivate and inspire, reminding us of the importance of courage, sacrifice, and the unwavering defense of freedom. The Maltese people, shaped by their history, are known for their warmth, hospitality, and their indomitable spirit. They are proud inheritors of a legacy of courage and resilience, a legacy that continues to shape their national character to this day. Section 11. Explore the past. Uncover history's mysteries. The Great Siege of Malta is just one example of countless stories of courage and sacrifice. By exploring these stories, we gain a deeper understanding of our shared past. Delve into the fascinating world of historical battles and sieges. Uncover the stories of the people who fought and died. History is a tapestry woven from human experience. Learn from the triumphs and tragedies of the past. Open a book, watch a documentary, or visit a historical site. Let the stories of the past ignite your imagination.